I'll break it down into two levels, depending on what equipment you do have access to. So let's do a quick check. Go to your Google Maps or any other maps you use and try to see if you have any workouts in your area. As in calisthenics outside workout, like a calisthenics park or something like that.
If you do, then you classify as a level 2, and if you don't, you classify as a level 1. But even if you classify as a level 2, I still recommend watching the whole video, since I will build off what I said in the level 1 in the level 2.
Let's start with the level 1. So you're in a situation where you can train purely with your body weight. But no worries, there is still a plethora of exercises you can do. If you want to be a good arm wrestler, I believe you first need to have a lot of general strength. Let's break the exercises down by a common bodybuilding split. So it's push, pull, legs. In this situation, we don't really need to train legs, even though I recommend training legs to not look like a triangle. But in this video, we'll focus purely on the push and the pull exercises, along with specific arm wrestling movements. So the push exercises, that's your chest, your triceps, your shoulders. Push exercises are important to develop your inside game. So that's your press, that's your hook. Any position where you test your frame, that's where you need these push exercises. And it's also very important to keep the muscle balance. So if you were to only train, let's say, pulling exercises, so bicep strength, then you have a much higher chance of injury due to muscle imbalances. So if you have just your body weight, first off you can do just simple push-ups. Now the good thing about push-ups is that first off you can do them anywhere, and second of all there are a lot of variations to them. So first off you have the classic push-ups. If you want to do a harder variation, you can do a decline push-up, which also focuses more on the top chest and a little bit more on the shoulders. If you want to do an even harder variation, you can do the one arm push-up. Now if you want to focus more on triceps, then you can do the diamond push-ups. If you want to focus more on shoulders, then you can do the pike push-up, and a harder variation of the pike push-up is a handstand push-up. So there are a lot of these variations you can play around with. Now let's move on to these pull exercises. So your pull exercises, that's your biceps, your lats, your traps, just every pulling motion, let's say. And doing pull exercises without any equipment is quite difficult. You need some place you can hold on to. So even if you don't have a calisthenics workout in your area, if you just look at a tree, you can find a branch that you can hang off from, or you can create a pull-up bar with two ropes and a wooden stick. You can do classical pull-ups, which are great at building your lats and also bicep strength. You can do wide grip for more lat involvement, close grip for more arm involvement. You can do chin-ups for more bicep involvement. You can do neutral grip pull-ups, which help you with your back pressure the most, pulling in the same way as you would on a normal arm wrestling table. You can do a one arm pull-up if you want to do a much harder variation of the classical pull-up. You can also do these one arm holds. You can do towel pull-ups if you want to train your grip as well. Now a lot of these exercises won't target your arm wrestling specifics like the pronation, the rise, supination, but they are important for building general strength. So you will build more back pressure, you will build more side pressure. Now if you want to move on to the specifics with minimal equipment, then I highly recommend investing in just one item. Bands. I get these for around $20 and I'm still using them, and with just a place to anchor them you can train your pronation, your riser, your supination, all these arm wrestling specific movements. If you get a bottle or some kind of a tube, you can also train cupping. You can do isometric holds, you can do reps, you can do full range of motion. Added tip is to use a stable surface to put your elbow on for more stability. You can use anything, I've even used a trash can. It gets the job done. And what I also really like about bands is that they let you control your progressive overload. You can tie bands around your body to make exercises easier or more difficult. So you have access to a calisthenics workout. Great. Now you can also do all the variations of push-ups I talked about, but you can also do dips. Dips, I believe, are a superior version to normal push-ups. You can do straight dips, which focus more on the tricep, or you can do forward dips, which focus more on the chest. Now, for pull exercises, that's when you get a huge improvement with having accessibility to a calisthenics workout.
have access to all the pull exercises I talked about before and also more.
You can even train your cap. I'll link a video to Travis Bagent where he explains it. Basically, you can put your hands in this position if you want to train your cap and just do a hold, or you can hold like this where you train your fingers, and you can increase the load with the bands I talked about, and again anchor point to your bands. A calisthenics workout is perfect for that. You can tie a band around one of the slopes, you can increase, decrease the weight. So in summary, if you're creative enough, you'll eventually make it work, and the key is to stay consistent and over time see what works and build off from that. Thanks a lot for watching.